Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's so funny because I woke up this morning, tears in my eyes. Not because my eye is irritated as it has been since I've gotten here, but literally tears in my eyes because it seems like ever since I've gotten here to my vacation, left and right, I've just been hearing how we have been dominating in the Olympics. And it's more than just dominating, but it's like I feel like many of us have been personally affected by the domination. You know, the underachievers, the minorities, the ones who people may have overlooked or maybe didn't take seriously, even though they made it to the Olympics, even though they made it to like the creme de la creme, but really didn't just believe. Well, for me, the Olympics this year, this time around, is so personal. Like, I don't talk about really like my close circle of friends. I keep their business private. I cherish my relationships with the people that I'm connected to because they keep their relationship with me private. You know, they're like those awkward times that I get to have with them and they get to have with me that I don't want broadcast all over Facebook or instant, you know, or social media or anything like that. But this Olympics is so personal to me because I know somebody who is in the Olympics and I know this person has made it to the finals, and this is like somebody that's a sister to me, like she knows me and I know her, and it's so personal. It's like it's beyond breaking belief barriers, but it's like when you know somebody that's in the Olympics that's already made history and is about to make even more history. It's like I can't even put into words how stinking proud I am to be a woman of color right now. I'm so stinking proud to say that I prayed for her to have this moment. Like, I wanted her to have this win because I knew if she had this win, I would get the win. All minority women would get the win. And what y'all gotta understand is that when you see these people that you can relate to getting these kinds of wins, it should stop making you think what you can't do. And it should start making you realize what you can do. Not good for them. Not, oh, well, it's good because they made it. Oh, it's so good because they went there and then some. It should make you realize, it should make you go, well, why not me? You know what? It should make you tap deeper into yourself and make you go, you know, what gifts have I overlooked? And, you know, I've had this passion about something for a very long time, but I've been so scared. You know, why am I so scared? Like, it should make you more motivated to push. It should make you hunger for it even more. Your own lane, your own stuff. But when it's so personal, to be connected to a circle of sisters that are kicking ass, like in everything they are doing. How is it? I mean, it's like, how can I not be motivated? How can I not be driven? How can I not find that extra, you know, wind? Like when I'm in my second or third wind, I'll find that fourth and fifth wind to keep going. You know, Greek sisters, I'm just telling you, I already feel special because I'm in a special group of sisters, my Divine Nine sisters. But I'm telling you, ladies, it means something when we've got Greek sisters in the Olympics, man, and you know them. Like, know them, like they were at your wedding, like you went to church with them, like you had dinner with them, like you had your special drink with them, like you had special jokes with them. It means something so much deeper than just looking at the Olympics and rooting for your country, or rooting for the minority, or rooting for somebody that looks like you, or you hear their story and you're like, their story is similar to your story. It's so different. Amber, you have made it to the finals. You are 6 throws away from getting the gold. When I tell you, I'm just sitting here like, I woke up in tears of joy for you, for like, it's just for the Greek family, because she is a final woman of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Funny thing is that she is a witness to my union with my husband. And my matron of honor is also a final woman of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and they actually got to meet at my reception. And these 2 ladies, like, my matron of honor has been with me since day one, since I was 3 years old. And Amber came into my life in the crossroads of my life, when I was in the dark places of my life. That's when I got to meet her, not in the good, in the bad. Man, she got so much stuff on me. I better stay a good friend. But to know that you are there. 6 throws, y'all. 6 throws away from making history. Just like Simone was how many laps away from making history. The other Simone was how many, more things that she had to do to make history. The underdogs in swimming. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, are you serious? Like, the thing about it is, we don't know what all they went through to even get to the Olympics, mentally and emotionally, on top of physically. But when you know this person personally, and you know what it took, to an extent, like, there's still stuff I probably don't know, but I know some backstory because I was there. And to see her 6 throws away from the gold, it just makes me feel like I can do anything I set my mind to if I don't quit. I can do anything I set my mind to if I don't just get in my headspace and think that maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not equipped enough. The only person that can really stop me is me. Not what the naysayers got to say, not what my body tells me sometimes, not what my mind tells me sometimes, but if I know in my heart and I know in my gut, because I can feel it, I can roll with it. I can roll with it. I've broken belief barriers before when I've had doctors tell me I could never walk again. It would be a very long time before I'd be able to walk, and I broke record time with getting my butt back up. I've broken records with I would never be able to have a career, never be able to work again because of the chronic level of the mental illness and the chronic level of the physical illness. Like, I have a legit condition where if all I needed to do was be on disability the rest of my life, I would be on disability the rest of my life. But that is not my story. That will not be my story. I refuse for that to be my story. I have a passion to build leaders. I have a passion to show you all the wonders of the world. Yes, I am loving my career in mental health, but I know that there's more for me out there. I am a firm believer that you don't wait until the conditions are what you think they need to be before you step out into the water. I had a conversation with someone who is working, they're trying to make ends meet right now, and she really wants to make additional income. And she's like, well, I'll just wait till I get a job before, I start this up. And I'm sitting here like, are you serious? If I would have waited until I got the job in mental health before I started my business from home, I would have never started my business from home. And my need was right then and there. I needed instant income right then, right there. When you're on disability, it is a more than a fixed income. They tell you pretty much how much money they're going to give you every month, what you need to spend it on, and you better not go do this, this, and this. It's so fixed. I needed something that was a little bit more flexible than just making ends meet. That's why I started a home-based business. Yes, I borrowed from Peter to pay Paul, but guess what? This person told me that she could help me make my money back and then some, and she was a woman of her word. And that's how I was able to start a home-based business. I didn't have the money. I borrowed the money, and guess what? In the same month I borrowed it, I was able to pay it back and then had 2 times over that. Anybody can do it if they can follow instructions and be coachable and be trainable. And I guess the needs had to be so serious and had to be so dire that they're willing to do it and not be in their own way. You never wait until the conditions are perfect, because guess what? They will never be perfect. They will never add up. They will never be. And I feel like God makes it that way because guess what? You have to trust Him. You have to have faith. And you have to have a new level of discipline and ambition for yourself and for your life. And it's just so funny to me how I almost gave up on me. But it's so easy how I see how I would get up for somebody else for a freaking minute, for a freaking wage. But here's the other tidbit. I have made more money working for myself than I have ever made on a wage job. Ever. I can decide what I want to make every month. I can decide what I want to make every week. I can decide what I want to make in a day. And that is freedom in having those kind of choices and not having somebody tell you what they want to pay you. And if you so by God get sick and miss a week, or your children get sick and miss days or a week, and you know you can't go in, and then that counts against you in so many ways. Well, when you have a home-based business supplemental income, guess what? You can have those days and you don't have to worry, because when you can do it, you can make up that time and you can make up that money, and it's not missed because you create that time. You create those moments. I get to see this whenever I want to see this. Yes, I have the flexibility in my career in mental health to do this. However, if it was not available, if I was not working in a career in mental health, I would have this opportunity to be able to see this anytime I wanted to see this. Anytime. And all I want is for those of you all who still dream, who still have this passion burning inside of you, for more for yourself, more to leave for your legacy, for your children, for them to see you doing more than what they see you do between the hours of, because it is so attainable. But I need for you to dig deeper than you've ever dug before, and trust God and have faith and activate your faith. Like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing you guys, women, men, that I know could kick ass in these businesses, and I'm seeing these posts and I'm like, are you serious? There's so much more for you, but you gotta see it, you gotta know it, and I gotta want it more for you than you want it for yourself. Because trust and believe, while you over there humming and humming, I'm over here knocking it out. I'm sitting up here watching my bank account do ridiculous things every week and every month, whether I have the job or not. Because guess what? I just started working January of 2016. How long have I not worked? Since 2005. 2005. I tried to work in 2012 for maybe 2 or 3 months, and I still was not physically able to do it. Tried. But to actually say job since 2005. When did I start working for myself? 2009. because I had to get out of the headspace that I could actually do it. It took me from 2005 to 2009 to believe in myself. But again, this is really not about business. It's so personal. Because when you are in a circle of winners, people you know in the Olympics, not by name, not by their bio, not by their Facebook posts, social media posts, but you have actually sat at the table and broke bread with them. You have actually laid hands on them and prayed over them. You have had intimate times with them when nobody had intimate times with them. It is so personal. It is so personal. Yeah. You know, I am in the place where I met Amber, where I first met Amber. And it's so, I think that's another reason why it's so surreal to me, because Amber Campbell, y'all gotta watch her on Monday, and y'all gotta root for her like y'all been rooting for the gymnasts and the swimmers. And we just had another sister hit gold in track and field, in hammer throw. No, yeah, hammer throw, yeah. And we've got another sister who is about to make history, who already made history for USA, but she's about to make more history for USA, woman of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She's doing hammer throwing. The other sister, I forgot what she did, but she hit gold last night. That's all you need to know. We still dominating. She hit gold, but Amber, girlfriend, you already know and I already know. Once this is all said and done, we'll be right back here at this spot that I'm filming right now, and we will be talking about this post Olympics. You know, after all the cheering and all of this has been said and gone, we'll be back at this place where we first met. Doing what we do. But ladies, for those of you, and gentlemen, for those of you all who are up and watching this is not an accident. I only speak on experience and wisdom that I have learned along the way. There is no book. You create the book by your experience and by your wisdom. You have to fail forward. You have to be okay with making mistakes. You have to be okay with being a little weird. You have to be okay with not being perfect. And I know that can be hard for those who are very prideful and are perfectionists. But you got to be able to step out of your own way to really be great. You have to be willing to do the uncomfortable to really be great. You have to be able to shed some tears to be great. You have to leave people behind to be great. I speak on this all the time. People are like, why do you not carry your team with you? Why do you not speak to your team so much? You know what? Why? Because they're grown people just like I am. They have the open accessibilities to the same training and coaching that I have. They have my number. They have the way to text me, to get a hold of me directly. My phone does not send them the voicemail when they need to get a hold of me. So I let grown people to be grown people. And when they are business owners, I let business owners be business owners. I do not micromanage nobody because I don't like being micromanaged. I like to have my room to swim and make mistakes and drown a little bit, get a little bit of water in my mouth. And I just feel like that's the best way to learn. That's the best way to learn. But when you have an open opportunities to so much mentoring and so much coaching, then it falls on you, not me, you. I can lead you to your destiny because that's what God told me to do, lead you there. But then it's up to you to fulfill your destiny, not me, not your upline. You go to them for mentoring, you go to your directors, you go to your mentors for your teachings. However, a good mentor is not going to micromanage you because that hinders your growth when they do that. It helps them, but it doesn't help you. You got to be willing to stretch those wings out and fly and hit some things a couple of times until it works for you. Until you find what works for you, till you find your sweet spot, and then it's smooth sailing for there. It's no different than what I do with Bam Bam. She is getting into any and everything, and yes, she is bumping her head, and she is crying, and she's doing all kinds of stuff, but guess what? She's learning so fast what to do and what not to do that way. And you know I love that girl to no ends, just like I love my oldest to no ends. But they gotta make their own mistakes to find their place and run their own race. And that's how I do it with my teams and my businesses. I have some very, very successful women watching this video right now. The names that I am seeing popping up, I am floored. Like, I am truly humbled and honored to see you all watching this video right now, because when I hear good things from good people about extraordinary people, especially my women, my minority women who had a dream bigger than themselves, and they are walking in their passion, they're walking in their destiny, it moves me. It fills my love cup. It just does something for me when I see it and I get to bear witness to it. And Latoya, Andrea, thank you. But I know it's more that are watching. But thank you all for taking a moment to watch this video. And for those of you who haven't, who are just coming in, please watch the beginning of this video and please share this, because when I tell you, it is so personal when you know winners. It is so personal when you know the person that is making the news and creating history, and you are connected to it. Does that not mean that maybe, just maybe, that means you're a winner too? They often say you're guilty by association, but wouldn't that be a great association to be guilty by? To be associated to be associated with people who are Olympic gymnasts. I am guilty by association. To be associated by women who are creating memories for people in their industry, and I am associated by them because I'm guilty as charged. To be a woman of color who is breaking belief barriers for other women of color, and you are associated by that, guilty as charged. But wouldn't that be the right crime to commit? I know that's an oxymoron, but hey, it works. Look at that beautiful sunrise. It's just like the Lord just opened up this sun, and it's just unreal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I get to have this with my family. So many things God wants me to do, and I am slowly but surely saying, okay, your will, your way, not mine. It's scary, and I'm telling y'all, it's not easy, but I'm telling you, his yoke is easy, and a lot of it is just head game. It's not really hard. It's just we make things harder on ourselves than it has to be, because many of us are overachievers, worriers, perfectionists. But it's okay. There's a club for us. There's a support group for us too. I am about to go and enjoy this walk with God and all of these beautiful strangers. They have probably looked at me and been like, who is she and what in the world is she talking about? But you all know. Catch this replay. I hope it helps somebody today. Share this video. You don't know who's probably in this headspace that I've been talking about. But they need to know that they're associated with winners. and they're guilty by association, so they need to get off their tuchus and go get the gold. You all have a blessed one.